All right, Walt, here we go. In the case of the 2-year-old child, the DNA test shows that you are not the father!
Yes! I'm not the dad! Let's go! I'm free!
Congratulations on the premiere. What can fans expect from Dragon Fury tonight?
Thank you. You're going to see a lot of high-energy action, real martial arts, no wires, just hard work from everybody.
You handled most of your own stunts, right?
Every single one. I trained.
Great to see you. You've got a new movie on the way, right?
I do. It's called Dragon's Honor. We wrapped
What's the
a few
story?
months
You
ago.
playing another fighter?
Yeah, but this time he's retired, trying to stay out of trouble. Of course, trouble finds him, and he has to step back into the ring.
Sounds intense.
Picked the wrong night. I'm gonna show you why they call me the Nunchucks Master. Lesson's over.
This ain't your block. You know why I'm here. Run that fade. You're out of your
Time to finish this.
hand over the package, tough guy.
We'll make it quick.
Next time, stay home and catch the fade.
Thought I was retired. Wrong. When the streets call, I'm the answer.
You should have stayed out.
You first. Name's Clyde, and I'm catching every fade they throw. Fade caught. Catch the
Clean up this alley.
You don't belong here!
That's a wrap. Black Belt Jones is back.
It seems like
Sliding
the
right
World
up to the
Wrestling
hole.
Federation
My turn.
has
Watch the
found
finesse.
a new formula
that's
for
nice.
Roman
You sank
Reigns.
it.
Okay, let me answer back.
It's
Left
working.
still counts though.
Only
We're up by one. Game
not
point.
Let's finish
High five for luck.
What I mean by that is their new formula is have Roman go away for 3-4 months, and then he comes back, saves Jimmy, saves Jay, get a huge monster pop, get about 5 million views, 2 million views on YouTube, and then he goes away once again. But it works only for Roman, but not for the company as a whole. Now, let's talk about the World Wrestling Federation on whether or not it's stagnant. Yes, it is. Raw and SmackDown are both stagnant. Both are losing viewership. Luckily, they gave the belt to CM Punk. That was a very, very smart move. But there's a lot of dumb shit that I'm seeing on this show. It's boring. Both shows are boring. Let's talk about Raw. With Raw, it's rinse and repeats. That's the main issue. When we compare the World Wrestling Federation to All Elite Fake Pro Wrestling, here's the main comparison. Tony Khan doesn't know what he's doing, even though he has a very talented roster. He does have stories, but they make no sense. That's the main problem. He does have stories, but they don't make any sense. Why would Samoa Joe hate Adam Heyman Page? And why would you turn Joe heel? Why would you turn Powerhouse Hobbs heel? Why? That makes no sense. That group was getting over as good guys. But to compare that to Raw, it's on rinse and repeat. SmackDown is just plain boring. So that's the main comparison. Raw, it's on rinse and repeat. SmackDown is very, very boring. You got Cody Rhodes, the best fake pro wrestler in the world, versus Drew Mac, the Mac Daddy. And I feel like Paul Levesque is dropping the ball. Now, I don't want to blame everything on Paul Levesque because guess what? Fun fact, he doesn't run both shows. He's not in charge of every angle. He has Road Dogg. Paul Levesque has a lot of people on his team, like a Bruce Pritchard, guys like that. So you can't put everything on Paul Levesque when it comes to angles. But with the main event angles, yes, Paul Levesque is in charge of the main event angles. So with Cody Rhodes and Drew Mac, man, he's dropping the ball because would you compare this feud to CM Punk versus Drew Mac? Hell no. And it's like, bruh, you got the best fake pro wrestler in the world in Cody Rhodes, and you got Drew Mac, who's a heat magnet. Drew Mac showed us his full potential versus CM Punk. Okay, let's see it. Because to me, so far, a lot of his feuds have been underwhelming since CM Punk. Yeah, I said it. Drew Mac, his feuds have been very underwhelming since CM Punk, but that's not his fault because CM Punk ruined that man's life. Yeah, he did. CM Punk ruined that man's life. I'm telling you, Drew Mac had it all, but CM Punk is a goddamn stalker. It's like, man, he won the world championship at WrestleMania, and that jealous ass prick, CM Punk, got jealous and ruined his life, and then Dame Priest, boring ass Priest, cashed in on Drew Mac like a goddamn coward. and then Drew Mack won the briefcase, and then CM Punk still got jealous. It's like, man, that was a bad summer for Drew Mack. But with that stalker, CM Punk, that crazed, psychotic stalker, and then he stalked him halfway across the earth at Clash at the Castle. That was crazy. That was crazy ass work that CM Punk did that to Drew Mack. He embarrassed Drew Mack in front of his wife, his family, and his fans. That was crazy ass stuff. How dare CM Punk dress up as a goddamn referee and ruin Drew Mack's life? Man, Drew Mack's life has not been the same ever since. That's facts. But that just shows you there's potential with Drew Mack and Cody Rhodes, man. Like, there's huge potential. We can have Edge versus Seth Rollins part 2 with Cody Rhodes and Drew Mack, but Triple H, Paul Levesque, man, this feud is kind of underwhelming. I want these guys to keep on fighting. I want Drew Mack and Cody to have more matches. I want to see a cage match, first blood. You have potential, man. Cody Rhodes and Drew Mack, they have a history. We should be seeing Drew Mack break into Cody Rhodes' house, okay? That kind of feud. They need to have a Adam Page and Isaiah Swerve Scott light feud. Like I said, we should be seeing Drew Mack break into Cody Rhodes' house and stalk his wife, okay? We should be seeing that. Drew Mack should be stalking Cody Rhodes' wife and his kids. We should be seeing that kind of feud. This feud has upside and potential, but this feud is like it's on autopilot. Who is booking this feud? Now, let's talk about Raw. Here's why Raw, it's on rinse and repeat. Let's talk about the Vision. It seems like the Vision is the new Judgment Day. Yes, it is. Because now, every Monday, we see the Vision in the main event every goddamn Monday. That sounds like the prime Judgment Day with Dane Priest, Rhea Ripley, etc. See, that's what I mean. It's on rinse and repeats. Now the Vision are the new Judgment Day. But I do like the fact that they might add Logan Paul. That's a smart move. Why not have Logan Paul replace Rollins? That does make sense. Rollins doesn't like Logan Paul, so that does make sense. Man, imagine Paul Heyman. Man, holy shit, Paul Heyman with Logan Paul? My God, man, that is a heat magnet group. Listen, if you add Logan Paul to this group, it wouldn't be fair. Because who's the main guy in this group? This group will have too much goddamn talent. Too many guys that are world championship material. You got big ass Bronson Reed, Braun Breaker, Logan Paul, and they might add more guys. What if they add a Semi or a Trick Money Williams? What if they add an Ethan Page down the line? This is that kind of group. They might want to sign all the top-notch guys that have full upside, like a Trick, like a Femi. The Vision has potential, like I said months ago. Kick out Rollins. This group does not need Rollins. That's what I said. Rollins does not need Paul Heyman. That was a bad, stupid fit. What makes you think Rollins needs a Paul Heyman? That's crazy. Rollins is a Hall of Famer. He doesn't need a Paul Heyman, but a Logan Paul, Braun Breaker, big ass Bronson Reed, they need a Paul Heyman. Ethan Page, Saints, Femi, Trick, guys like that, they need a Paul Heyman. So what do I think about dirty ass Dom Guerrero versus John Cena for the Intercontinental Heavyweight Championship? Do I believe that's a good match? Yes, on paper it is, because to my knowledge, John has never won the Intercontinental Heavyweight Championship, so he might beat Dirty Ass Dom at Survivor Series. Or it might be Ray and John and Dirty Ass Dom in a triple threat match, because I think John might want to get an Intercontinental Heavyweight Championship victory. He might want to get that before he retires. But let's say he does get it. If his last match will be in December, how is John going to drop that belt? To who? If he beats Dirty Ass Dom for that belt. Who will John drop that belt to after he beats dirty ass Dom Guerrero? You see, so that's a hard choice to have. Should John beat dirty ass Dom? I say hell no. Unless dirty ass Dom will be John's last opponent, then yeah, that makes no sense. If John becomes the Intercontinental Heavyweight Champion before December, that makes no sense because he might have to vacate that belt. To me, is counterproductive, right? Because John might have to vacate that belt if he enters December as the Intercontinental Heavyweight Champion. So what's the point? Just keep that belt on dirty ass Dom Guerrero. And it's like, listen, man, how come people can read through context every time I talk? Okay, for example, in my last video, some dumbass thought that I was saying that dirty ass Dom should be the Intercontinental Heavyweight Champion for the next 3 years. I'm like, you dumbass, when did I say that? I clearly said he should be the AAA World Heavyweight Champion for the next 3 years. When in the fuck did I say the Intercontinental Heavyweight Championship? Okay, dumbass? He's a double champion. I never said anything about him being an Intercontinental Champion for the next 3 years. I never said that. I said he should hold the AAA Championship for the next 3 years because there's nobody else in that company that should beat him. Not Vikingo, not La Parka, nobody else. Okay, bitch? Damn it. Read through context. I shouldn't have to go through details, man. Fuck. You should know what I was implying. I said the AAA Championship, dumbass, not the Intercontinental Heavyweight Championship, nigga. Fuck. Now, who should be John's last match? My money is on Braun Breaker. It should be Braun Breaker and not Gunther the Ringen. Why? Why do you want it to be Gunther? Why? He just retired Goldberg. Like, nigga, how many legends should Gunther face in 1 year? Nah, bruh. Hell no. He's not at that level. Fuck you. Hell, listen, I do like Gunther, but bruh, that's a statement. Okay? By that same logic, he should be the face of the company, nigga. He retired Goldberg, and now he might retire John Cena in 1 year? Fuck that. No, man, like, no, nigga, he's not at that level. Let's give it to Braun Breaker. Let's put over Braun Breaker or a dirty ass Dom Guerrero, guys like that. Or, listen, there's still a slight possibility that we still might get Edge, okay? I will not rule that shit out. Listen, we still might get Edge or a Chris Jericho. I say, why not Chris Jericho? His last match should be a splash, not some no-name on the goddamn roster. Now, I ain't saying that Gunther is a nobody, but we've seen Gunther retire Goldberg. Like, no, man, like, leave that alone. I don't think Gunther should retire John. I feel like if Braun Breaker keeps calling himself the future, okay, it makes sense to retire the past, and that's John. That makes more sense. We need to book Braun effing Breaker versus John Cena so Paul Heyman can cut promos on John on the build-up. That's called past versus the present, the future, and that's Braun Breaker. If we keep saying that Braun Breaker will be the face of the brand, well, it makes sense to book that man against the past. I feel like that's a great passing of the torch match. John versus badass Braun Breaker. Let's book that match. Braun Breaker should be in this tournament to decide who's going to run that fade against John one last time. It should be Braun Breaker. He should be on the top of that list. Either him, Chris Jericho, Edge, or dirty ass Dom Guerrero. Guys like that, but not Gunther. Man, Gunther would be such a letdown because we already gave him Bill Goldberg. And the fact that this guy wants to wrestle Brock Lesnar, let's build him up for Brock. Not John, let's build him up for Brock effing Lesnar. Now, what do I think about the female division on Raw? I think it's kind of underwhelming, because why is Becky Lynch feuding with sexy ass Maxine Dupree? Where's AJ Lee? AJ Lee, she's owed a title shot at the female Intercontinental Heavyweight Championship. Where's AJ Lee? Why is Becky Lynch wasting her time with Maxine Dupree? That makes no sense. That's odd booking. Why is Becky Lynch wasting her time with Maxine Dupree? So, what do I think about super thick, sexy ass Stephanie V? She's doing just fine, but now she's feuding with the female side of the Judgment Day, which never ends well. Okay, here's what I mean. Every time a female feuds with the Judgment Day, I'm telling you, it's going to last for maybe a year or 6 to 8 months. Really, I'm not lying. Ask Rhea Ripley. Every time a female feuds with Raquel Rodriguez, Liv Morgan, or sexy ass, super thick Roxanne Perez, it's going to last for 1 year, a long ass feud. So I guarantee you this, Stephanie V is going to feud with Roxanne Perez and Raquel Rodriguez for 1 year. I guarantee it. So who do I think is carrying Monday Night Raw? It is dirty ass Dom Guerrero. And on Fridays, I believe that the United States Heavyweight Championship, that championship is carrying SmackDown. Let's be real. Also, if you don't agree that dirty ass Dom Guerrero is carrying Raw, okay, let's run that fade, dog. Catch the fade. Who ducks a fade in 2025 going on 2026? That's coward-like behavior. You've seen my AI videos, bruh. I don't duck the fade. Catch the fade. Let's run that fade, dog. And I'm done.
Here getting some fresh air, talking to y'all while I walk. Martial arts for me isn't just about fighting. Taekwondo taught me discipline, balance, and a calm mind. Every kick starts from the ground, through your hip, so when I'm walking, I think about that connection.
Those numbers ain't lucky. They're a clock. And when it hits 0, the match you are over. You can train, you can talk, you can pray. But when my boot hits your...
Time to finish this.
That yellow suit won't save you.
It isn't the suit. It's the man inside.
We'll see.
I walked getting some air and I wanted to drop something on you. You don't need to have it all mapped out today. Take one solid step, then the next. When the world gets noisy, remember, your peace is yours to guard. Keep a circle of people.
Congratulations, Walt Clyde, our best Taekwondo martial artist of the...
Thank you. First off, I'd like to thank my teachers, my training partners, and everyone who's believed in me. This art has given me discipline and purpose, and I'm honored to represent it.